What's up, guys? John back again with another What Should Be episode. And today, well, now, because I've already done a Shang-Chi one, we're looking at Thor Love and Thunder. Now, this is an interesting film. This is the second Marvel movie to have a fourth film after Avengers Endgame, of course. But this is really interesting because Thor was one of the only original Avengers to survive, the original six. Tony Stark died, unfortunately. Black Widow died. Hawkeye retired. Hulk isn't as strong anymore because of his arm after he snapped. And then Captain America's an old man, so it's kind of difficult. So he's the only original Avenger who is still doing something, who we see still having a future. Granted, Hawkeye's got his own TV show on the way, and I'm sure Hulk will appear sometime in the future, but Thor is the one who's got the nearest future coming to us. So, Thor, this will be an interesting film as it also moves the mantle from Thor to Jane Foster, which will be really interesting to see. But I'm gonna tell you my views, and I'll show you what, and I will tell you what I think should be in Thor 4: Love and Thunder. So we'll start off. So I've heard that the film is 95% in space. So we could the 5% that could be on Earth could be Thor returning to Earth. Maybe Peter Quill, because I've heard he might be in it. Peter Quill drops him off on Earth, and Thor goes to try. Well, he's healthy now. He's skinnier, and he realizes that life is too short. He could remember Loki and stuff like that. So he goes back to see Jane. Maybe there's two scenarios I see. I either see him going to see Jane to make up, and because there were some theories or some announcements about Jane knowing about the snap before it happened. So we could sort of meet that together. So we could have either Thor going to see Jane and she wants to know about the snap, so Thor tells her. Or we could have Thor going to Asgard and seeing Loki, because apparently this film is going to tie into the Loki show. And if the leaks are correct, then Loki will find a way to use the Tesseract to transport himself from his timeline where he escaped with the Tesseract to the main timeline, and he could bring Mjolnir with him. So this could be, maybe Thor goes to Asgard to check up on everyone, Valkyrie's doing fine. Valkyrie, maybe, because I've heard rumors that she might want to have a relationship with Thor. So maybe Thor is about to say yes, but Jane comes in, also wanted to start a relationship, and there could be this big love triangle between the three of them. But if Loki returns with Mjolnir, maybe Thor uses Mjolnir to fight the two villains I've heard that may be in the film, Enchantress and Gore. Now, Gore the God Butcher could be a great villain for the third Thor film. Enchantress could be just maybe helping him, or could be another love interest for Thor. But I'm not too sure. I don't really see her as a love interest. Maybe more of a Poison Ivy type character. But let's stick with Thor goes to Asgard, sees the Asgardians okay, finds Jane, finds Valkyrie, finds Loki being captured. Maybe Loki tries to attack Asgard. They obviously take Mjolnir off him, or I don't know how because he can't move it, but maybe it's left in the center of town for, maybe tries to lift it, or it could start in space. Maybe Thor fights Gore, loses his worthiness whilst he's in space, comes down to Asgard to rest or something. I don't know. But let's just stick with mine. So Thor then goes to space to try and maybe Enchantress takes Loki or something like that. Or there's some reason that they need to get back into space in order to get something. Either get Loki or get Jane or get Valkyrie, or even maybe they have to fight the Midgard Serpent at some point. But I can see that there's this love triangle. Thor then becomes injured or loses his worthiness, or maybe he's dying or something like that. Either he's poisoned, loses his worthiness, and he just gives up. He can't fight. He can't summon Stormbreaker because he's too injured, and he can't lift Mjolnir because he's unworthy. Maybe he, in fact, gives Jane Mjolnir for her to survive, or because she may have cancer. I don't know if they stick with the storyline. Or maybe Jane just picks up like Captain America did in Endgame and becomes the new Thor. And then by the end of the film, we could have Valkyrie as the Queen of Asgard. Maybe they can find a new planet for Asgard. Maybe that's why he goes back. But Gorr's defeated, Enchantress is defeated, Jane's the new Thor, and maybe Thor becomes Odin's son, like he did in the comics, or maybe Thor unfortunately dies. I don't know. It would be nice to see a nice ending for Thor. Maybe his last words are to Jane, I love you. You are worthy of the hammer and my love, or something. That's really cheesy, but that would be amazing to put in the film. So yeah, I would like Gorr to be a really, really good villain for Thor. I can see Gorr would be a villain that would really torment Thor. And then obviously Loki's back as well. So that would be nice to see, and it would be nice maybe in the Loki TV show to see Loki become worthy. But that will all be done in another video where I actually talk about the Loki TV show. So that's it for today's video, guys. We've done Black Widow and Eternals yesterday, and Shang-Chi and Thor 4 today. Tomorrow we'll be moving on to Doctor Strange 2, and let me just have a look. Blade, which I'm really excited for, actually. But we'll talk about that in the meantime. So thanks again for watching, guys. Please, please, please give us a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, because I love Marvel, and I would really like to talk to you guys about it. This is my way of showing my love for Marvel, and being excited about it. I know people are a bit upset because Endgame was the end of Phase 3, and, well, not the end of Phase 3, the end of the Infinity Saga, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to get anything as good. We still got a lot to look forward to. I mean, look, all these movies sound great. All the TV shows sound exciting. We're going to see loads of new characters. We're going to see X-Men and Fantastic Four. Yes, they may take years to do, but we'll see them eventually. And hopefully, one day we will look back and think, wow, we had Endgame, but afterwards we had another Avengers film with everyone, all the Fantastic Four, all the X-Men, back home. Everyone's back home, including, hopefully, Spider-Man, if that works out. But anyway, I'll leave it there for you guys. Let us know what you think in the comments, and, tell me which Marvel film you're most looking forward to in Phase 4. That'll be our question. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.